Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Now in today's video, I'm going to be making pumpkin pie bites. With it getting closer to Thanksgiving and Christmas, I have been craving pumpkin pie non-stop. And so I was thinking of a way to make it healthy, but also still tasty. And that's when I thought of this recipe, and I wanted to share this with you guys to help give you guys some ideas that you guys can still have tasty treats without them containing too many calories. So let's jump right in and get started. So to start out, I'm gonna actually reduce the pumpkin puree to get the excess water out. That way it's not as sticky and wet when we're done. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the other ingredients that we need are peanut butter, honey, rolled oats, and pumpkin pie spice. I'm also adding in chia seeds just for a little extra texture, but also because chia seeds have so many benefits as well, I thought they'd be a great add, and you don't really taste it. So now I understand that pumpkin and peanut butter sounds like quite an odd combination. I thought so too at first, but trust me, this is gonna come out really good. I want this to go really fast, so I'm gonna actually spread the pumpkin puree around at the bottom to kind of cook out some of the water. While I'm cooking out the water in the pumpkin puree, I'm gonna actually just add in the pumpkin pie spice now. Now this one is homemade because I had all of the ingredients I needed for it. All I need is 1 tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. All right, mixing it up. Trying to incorporate that pumpkin pie spice as much as possible before I add in the other ingredients. Now I'm gonna be making 2 different batches, but I'm gonna end up dividing this one because I don't wanna make too much because it's just me and David here. And what I did for texture purposes, I just ground up some of the quick oats that I had in a blender. But if you have a food processor, that would actually be better because you don't get those, because you won't have these big flakes like I do. It's not perfect. You can see a few of the bigger flakes. Once this is reduced down a little bit, I'm gonna add in the peanut butter and honey and let that melt together before adding in the oats. And I'm measuring all of this in tablespoons because we don't have measuring cups on hand. But I will leave a link to the recipe because I'm gonna be posting this recipe on my website for you guys to be able to make this as well. All right, 8 tablespoons of peanut butter. All right, and let the peanut butter melt and add in the honey. 2 tablespoons of honey. And then once this kind of melts enough, I'm gonna be adding in the oats. But before I add in the oats, I'm gonna divide it so I can have the ground oats separate from the whole oats. You'd usually make this recipe with rolled oats, but I could not find any at the store. I searched for a little while and then I came to the conclusion that quick oats is gonna be the best option. So when you are going to the store, if you can't find any rolled oats, go for the quick oats. Do not go for the instant oats, because if you do, the balls are gonna set up too quickly and it's gonna be really hard to roll them later. Now that that's all melted, time for the oats. Okay, gotta separate. Think about that much. Not bad. Okay, but I'm just gonna kind of guess and eyeball it. Now time for some chia seeds. That's starting to look about the right texture. If you've had no-bake cookies before, or if you've made no-bake cookies, what we're looking for is almost similar to that texture, but you want it a little bit more firm so you can roll these into a ball. All right, that one looks good. We'll move on to the next one. Okay, this one's gonna be the one with the ground oats. Well, not ground oats, but blended oats, because I didn't grind them. Ooh, this one's really quick. Add in some chia seeds. Now these were really quick to make. Pretty much all I had to do was just melt everything together. So if you're looking for a quick, healthy dessert, this would be perfect. I think I need a little bit more. Before trying to form these into a ball, make sure all the oats are incorporated. Feels pretty firm, and this is about cool enough too. So I'm gonna start forming them too. Now it would be perfect if you have parchment paper, but we don't have that. So I'm just gonna make do with what we have, which is glass bowls. All right, and using just a tablespoon, just gonna measure it out like that. Roll it out. This one's kind of chunky, but that's okay. All right, time for the next one, the whole oats. If I calculated everything correctly, this recipe should make about 20 bites, and each one is gonna be about 50 to 60 calories. First one I'm gonna try is the blended oat one. It's really chewy with all the peanut butter. You can definitely tell it has peanut butter, that's for sure. The pumpkin's coming through a little bit, not too much, but then the pumpkin pie spice definitely adds quite a bit to it, which is amazing. These honestly taste really, really good. And with the texture of that one, it has a pretty smooth texture, a little bit grainy just because the oats aren't like a fine powder. Now for these ones, I'm hoping that they're the same texture as like a no-bake cookie, if you know what they are. I think I like these ones the best. No idea why, but the pumpkin is coming through a lot more with this one compared to like the ground oat one. So if you're looking for more of like a peanut butter forward and like a gooey texture, go for this one. But if you want something that's more pumpkin forward and has a little bit more texture to it, go for this one. This one's really good. I have to say that would definitely satisfy my sweet tooth. So definitely if you're looking for a healthy alternative for your Thanksgiving or Christmas desserts, I would definitely recommend this recipe. And if you want something that's more pumpkin forward and not a lot of peanut butter, cut down on the peanut butter and then just add in a little bit more pumpkin, but be sure to reduce it a bit more. And you're gonna have to add in more oats than what I did here. But I have to say for me personally, I love the balance between the peanut butter and the pumpkin. I thought that this would be an odd combination. The first time I thought, peanut butter and pumpkin, that doesn't sound too appetizing combined together. But it actually is a pretty good combination. You don't taste, well, you do taste the peanut butter a lot, but the peanut butter does not overpower the pumpkin, which is really, really nice. And if you're not sure who's gonna like what texture, this is so easy to divide up and have the whole oat side and then the ground oat side. And again, I'm gonna be leaving the link for this recipe down below in the description. It's gonna be posted on my website. And I hope that you guys love this recipe as much as I did. Okay, that'll be it for today's video. I hope you guys like this one. I'm gonna be doing a little bit more of these ones as it gets closer to Thanksgiving and Christmas. That way you can find healthy alternatives to the desserts you love. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on my next video. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.